Yo guys, what's good, what's happening, and what's going on? I made an interesting discovery today. So a couple days ago, I asked a question. I'm like, I wonder if you can multi-track record from OBS, like have your microphone on one track and the game audio on another, and so on and so forth. Because some people, what they do is they will record game audio on one track, or they record the game audio, the microphone audio, and Discord audio when they're playing with other people so that they can fix it in post so it sounds good. Well, I found out you can do it. But while I was messing around with the gaming rig trying to get this shit organized, it just wasn't taking. The reason being is I was testing on the gaming rig. Now, with Magic's Vegas, I usually buy it every time it comes out with a new version. I bought version 20, and that I believe that's when Magic's bought it back when it was version 15, and then they included NVENC encoding, and that's the reason why I bought it. And then I kind of held off because there was no point in buying 16. It didn't have anything new in it. 17 didn't have anything new in it. And then I bought it when it was 20, version 20. And then when version 21 came out, I didn't see anything new, so I didn't bother buying it. But then they had a deal. If you buy version 21, we'll send you a CD key for version 22 when it comes out. So I was like, oh, and it was like 150 bucks. I was like, all right, dope, I'll do that. So I got a CD key for 21, installed that, then I got a CD key for 22. I have version 20 on here. So every time they give you an upgrade, or every time you buy an upgrade, you get a new CD key. You're allowed to use the license on 2 computers. So I put 20 on here because I already have 22 on my laptop and on my editing computer. So like if I'm remote and I need to edit videos, I got version 22. Version 20 doesn't support the file format that OBS came out with. Version 22, however, totally does. I just grabbed the footage from yesterday's Rust video and brought it into friggin' Vegas. When I brought it in over there, it only showed 1 track. When I brought it in over here, it dropped 3. So the way I have OBS set up over here is track 1 is the streaming track. So it'll pull the microphone, basically all the audio channels that you're pulling. Track 2 is strictly the in-game audio. Track 3 is your microphone audio. So when I brought it in, it pulled in 1 video track and 3 audio tracks. I just smoked the one that was both the game and mic. Dude, it's working out perfectly. Here I'm trying to fix something that wasn't broken, wasting all sorts of time on it trying to get it to work when it was probably working just fine. And here's the kicker. I'm not using MKV format. I'm using MP4 and it works. So friggin' sweet. Sweet, for sure sweet. So now I won't have such a situation where I'll be able to control the microphone audio. So my voice will come through clear. And if there's loud game noises, I can tune that down so that the mic audio comes through clear. It's gonna be pretty awesome. It's gonna be pretty awesome. As for today, guys, we got no snow in the truck. I still gotta buy some Windex, haven't gotten around to that. But we got no snow in the truck. It doesn't look too bad. However, they're calling for a major snowfall in the very near future, so we'll see how that turns out. I freaking got both windows open right now. I got that one open a smidge just to let some hot air out, and then I got this one open a bit more just to let some cold air in. At least I hope that's how it's working. Either way, this room is running nice and cool, and I appreciates it. Anyway, today's been a pretty slow day, but this is typical of Fridays. Fridays are always slow. People take them off, you know, go for that long weekend. So yeah. It's pretty chill day. I've had so far 1 ticket and the client's not getting back to me. They're currently not even in the, they're marked out of office, so I don't even know what the heck I'm gonna do. Probably have to wait till Monday to deal with that one. So no, I'm pretty stoked that this is actually working. This is friggin' sweet. Here's Vegas here. I already deleted the track that had both, but yeah, okay. So this is the microphone audio, and this is, I set it up in OBS to actually label them, but I guess the labels don't come through. But this is stream 3 and stream 2. This should be microphone, this should be game, but I guess it doesn't know how to label them. But this is the microphone audio here, in-game audio. And like if I mute this, come down here, hit play, it's just the game audio now, no microphone. And if I do the vice versa, stop sign armor. I don't really care about this stuff. I should get MBGs, but... So that's pretty sweet. I don't even know if you guys heard that because I forgot I'm wearing a mic. But yeah, that's how hot the Yeti mic is. You can hear the click of the mouse. You can hear the keyboard presses. When I used to use the Razer Ornata over there, you would hear all the sounds from the keyboard, all the mechanical clicks. That keyboard there doesn't click like that, but I'm kind of glad it doesn't. Oh well, one day, if I can find that cloud driver, wave driver, whatever the frig Sean called it, and get that installed on this mic, I might move this mic over there and use a professional mic. But for now, having the split audio thing, that's gonna be pretty dope. Pretty dope indeed. I guess it helps if I turn microphone, eh? Oh, there it goes. Now it's on. Oh, guys, I'm gonna take a run to, holy frig, I forgot my wallet. I'm gonna take a run to Independent. I think I want some chicken wings for lunch and my one meal for the day, if you will. And then I gotta get some gas on the way back because the truck's sitting on 1/8 of a tank. Well, a little bit higher than 1/8, but still like got 100 kilometers till empty. It's friggin' awesome. Still sporting the forest camo. I see no point in changing out of this until this weather smartens the frig up. It's actually pretty warm out today though. It's like totally, holy, that is slick ice. Dangerous, very dangerous. I almost ate shit coming out of the house. I almost ate shit walking off my step. Oh, but yeah, I figure we'll take a rip over to Independent, get some chicken wingies, because I've been good all week with eating carnivore and stuff. I figure a treat ain't that big of a deal. And you're probably saying, but Adam, chicken wings are carnivore. And you're right, it is meat. But, sometimes they bread them. I'm gonna move my microphone down so the seatbelt doesn't catch it. Sometimes they put breading on them and yeah, I can't see anything out of my back window. This is the first year that's happened where moisture has gotten between the back window and the truck cap. I've never had that problem. So yeah, I got 45 minutes for lunch, so I figured, you know what? It's motherfucking Friday. I'm gonna go out and get some noms. It'll be good. It's a little late though. It's like 12:41. By the time I got to log back in, it should be around 1:30-ish. Whatever. I never take a lunch break. I honestly just work through my shift. Like I just work through lunches. I never really take lunch breaks. I just, even when I'm working from home, I don't even take breaks. I just work. When there's a job to do, I get on it. And when there isn't, then I just do whatever. That's one thing I like about working from home is I can catch up on editing if I have to, if there's nothing to do. And Thursday, that's why I chose Thursday and Friday, because Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, working in the office, there's always people in the office. Thursday and Friday is when the majority of the people take the time off to work from home, and they're not in the office. So me being in the office on Thursday and Friday, it's dead slow. So if I'm at home, I can just work on other things while I'm waiting for problems to show up. And the majority of the time, the problems that do show up are usually just people asking me, like they'll just Teams me and ask me for help on stuff. Averaging about, usually on Fridays, you get about 4 to 5 tickets assigned throughout the week. On Monday, I'll get 15 tickets assigned easily. But Fridays are dead slow, and usually the problems are so easy to fix, I can speed run them. So that's why I saved these 2 videos to edit for the Rust channel. I did them today and got them uploaded. But here's the thing, guys. This new, having this multi-channel editing for the Rust videos, oh man, it is so beautiful. Like, you don't know how much more fun I have editing those videos now. It's like I can tell where I'm talking. I can tell when I'm swinging a pickaxe. I can cut it up so it looks kind of funny. That you're watching it and it's just like stupid. I'm talking and all of a sudden I'm hitting a barrel, and I'm talking and all of a sudden I'm shooting at a pig. I'm talking and all of a sudden it's like, it's going to make for some interesting content going forward, especially if I play during like tonight the server wipes at 5 p.m. So if I can get on there, oh sweet. If I can get on there at the time of wipe, if the server isn't jacked and loaded, because I'm only playing on a max pop 75 server. Guys, I suck at Rust. I'm not even going to pretend to be good. You know, Bill's Team Max, he posted on my channel. He's like, I got 7,000 hours in Rust. And I'm like, holy crap. Like, I don't even know how many days that is, but like 7,000 hours spent playing a video game. Son of a. And then I see other people online like 10,000 hours. I actually had some guy roll up on me and just wipe me out, and he's like, that's what 4,000 hours gets you. And I'm like, well, it probably doesn't get you laid, bud, but all right, right on. Like 4,000 hours of your life in a video game. Don't know if they're a content creator or not. Like, I get the content creators because like this is their job, playing a video game. I get that. Like Spoon Kid and Welljum and like Blueprint and all those guys. Sir Winter, he's one of my favorites to watch, Sir Winter. But I get those guys. I'd play on Sir Winter's server, but it's in Australia, and that's kind of like literally the other side of the planet from me, and I can imagine the ping being in the high 200s. Because I'm pretty sure the data stream wouldn't get across the ocean that quick. I could try a VPN to Australia, establish a link that way. It might lower the ping down a bit. I could try that, but his server looks interesting. He's got some whacked out loot tables. He also starts you off, like on the server I'm playing on now, they start you off with some blueprints, some quality of life blueprints, so that you don't have to like spend your whole time just gathering freaking scrap for, even though that's what I ended up doing, but gathering scrap for stuff. Like you got this guy here parking with his freaking trailer hanging out the ass end, like, oh my God, just ridiculous. Anyway, guys, I'm heading inside. I'll talk to you in a bit. All right, guys, we're back. Let's see if we can get out of here without smoking that guy's trailer. I don't know what the hell he's doing in there. He's been in there for a while. I figured I would come out and his vehicle be gone unless he's actually putting in a shift. Holy frig, guys. Friday afternoon, stay out of the grocery store. It's old people central. Elderly everywhere. Pushing the shopping cart in one direction, looking another direction, slamming into you. Oh, I'm so sorry. Like, that's cool. My leg grows back. It's fine. I didn't need my hip. It's okay. Got to keep your head on a frickin' swivel in those places. Let me tell you a little something about that. But luckily, nobody was at the deli. Usually around this time here, you go to the deli and everybody at the mall or whatever who's working is over there getting lunch because they make like chicken burgers and potato wedges and all that fun stuff. But surprise, surprise, nobody was there. So that's good. I'm just going to go to the Shell station by my house to put some fuel in this thing. I'm still like, I thought there was going to be an advanced green. I was about to jump it, but like I still got just like, it's not an eighth of a tank. It's like the needle is sitting just to the left of the quarter. Can I go? Are you guys all turning or what's happening here? People are turning, but they're not turning their signal lights on. Yeah, I'm just going to hit up the Shell station over here, and then we'll scoot back home, finish this shift off. I was thinking about jumping into the wipe tonight. It's going to be pretty hectic, but pretty hectic equals a good video, right? Like me getting my ass kicked nonstop by people with bows. Probably won't be people with bows very long, so it doesn't take you long to tear up in that game, let me tell you. Well, on that server anyway. I really like that server though. It's a pretty good server. I got a good ping to it. I don't know if it's the mouse I'm using or what, but my aim is just so jittery. I used to have a really good mouse. It was like a G605 or some shit like that, and it was a really good mouse, and then just from not using it, it broke down. Stopped taking click inputs, and it needs some severe reworking. I can't tell. Oh shit. Well, couldn't tell what was behind this truck. All right, let me fill up my tank and then I'll be back in a minute. $150 later and I'm not even a full tank. I don't like how they have you at the gas station have to select how much fuel you want to put in. But this one here only goes to $150. When you're charging $1.70 a liter, you think you could up your caps? Some people do drive big trucks with big tanks, you know. So what, you gotta put your card in, do $150. Once it's done, then you got to put your card back in for another $50 just to top up your tank. Like, come on. Who knows? Soon we'll be stuck using electricity for our cars, eh? Well, that'll be great in the summer, horrible in the winter. Yeah, I can't make it into work today. Why? My car's battery didn't hold the charge. My car's battery. Mind you want a good net zero friggin' thing. How about work from home all the friggin' time? I think they were saying that the ecosystem was actually getting better while people were stuck at home. I'd love to be stuck at home again. That was like, COVID was my happy time. I am not a social guy. I have a select few people that I like to be around, and that is about it. Like, I don't like going to places where it's jam-packed with people. It's why I like going to partners for karaoke night. I don't like doing it all the time. I like doing it like maybe once a month, or I could be happy with once a year. But to be fair, like, there's just so many people in there and it's such an uncontrolled environment. And with the martial arts and knowing what I know, if shit got out of hand, like, I'd have to really use restraint and control, because with this newfound knowledge, I could really hurt somebody and go to prison. And my life is pretty good right now as far as financially goes. My life is pretty good. So I'd hate for it all to be messed up because some drunk goof decided to friggin' become a hero for no freaking reason whatsoever. That, and I don't drink, so why go to a bar, right? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Anyway, guys, I'm almost home. Still got like 20 minutes left. We did this in record time. Beauty. I'll talk to you guys when I get home. All right, peace out. Welcome to our great chicken. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, I just totally speed ran a ticket. Fun times. One came in at 3 o'clock. This is urgent. Then after I got done, I stood up and stretched and I looked out the window and I saw this. I don't even know if it's coming through on the camera. Frickin' snowing. Frickin' snowing. Winter's back, boys. That's what I was telling one of the guys at work. He's a foreign exchange student from India. And he's like, does it ever get warm in Canada? I'm like, oh yeah, it does. But it could still snow. Like, I told him, I said, this is what's going to happen, all right? We don't get your traditional spring. It goes cold snow, cold snow, cold snow, boom, summer. I'm like, we acknowledge spring as a season, but it doesn't happen. It just hard shifts to summer, and then you're in it to win it. It's the way. It's the freaking way. There's nothing you can do about it. But yeah, and he's like, so winter jacket? I'm like, yeah, pretty much. I said, just wear your winter jacket until, like, you know, the end of April. You won't need a spring jacket, because by the time spring hits, we're going to be in the summer weather month. It's gonna be fun. I gotta piss. I was chatting with Bloke, and he went fishing before Sanctuary came into play. They have it down there as well from March 16th until the second Saturday in May. You're not allowed to fish for walleye. So he went out on, I think, the 15th, 14th, 15th, somewhere around there, and went and banged out a bunch of Walters. Well, he tried, but he said, friggin' snow down there is way worse than up here. Like, you can really see the size of the flakes out this window. Holy. It's like somebody's hanging over top of the city and they got the worst dandruff ever. And they're just scratching the shit out of their scalp. Bro, get some Head and Shoulders already, for crying out loud. Oh, well, I got like 30 more minutes left of this shift, and then I'm freaking done for the weekend. I love Thursday, Friday work from home. Like, it's so good. It's so good. But, you know, I was thinking about that net neutral thing. That net zero freaking policy that con artist Carney wants to put into play. We could totally argue that for work from home. Like, honestly, if your job, if you don't need to physically be in an office, I can do my job better at home than in the office because I'm not being interrupted so many times by other people. I'd save fuel. I wouldn't be firing up the engines. I wouldn't be putting carbon emissions into the air. A tank would last me like 3-4 months. Think about all the people like in our Toronto offices who literally loved work from home because they don't live in Toronto. So when they got to go to the Toronto office, they got to, I talked to one guy and he's like, it's about a 45-minute commute. He goes, depending on when I leave. He goes, if I leave at a certain time, it's 45 minutes. If I'm 10 minutes late from leaving at that time, it's an hour and 45 minutes. And I believe it because the 400 and 401, it's depending on when you hit that damn thing, it's either bumper to bumper or smooth sailing. There's no in between. It's such a train wreck. So I 100% believe it. It's one reason why I love being in the north is that our rush hour up here at 5 o'clock is nothing. It's like 7 cars at a stop sign, you know, not a big deal. Sometimes the bypass gets a little bit congested with all the traffic that uses it, and it can take you a while to traverse it, which is why they want to bypass North Bay with the new plans for the Trans-Canada Highway, which, you know, if they did that, they did that, whatever, nothing we can do about it. A lot of the hell am I hearing? Oh my God. Car over there needs to get a new belt. Oh, beautiful, bud. I don't even know if you guys heard that, but Jesus, I thought it was a cat getting friggin' the pipe laid to it. But yeah, traffic around here is never that bad. So I don't, that's why I love about North Bay is, like, honestly, to get from my end of town to the other end of town, because I live on the one complete opposite end of town, and to get to the other end of town takes me like 15 minutes. Like living in London, it probably doesn't take 15 minutes to get from one end of town to the other end of town. Probably takes a lot longer with all the traffic. Even in Sudbury, it's a pain in the arse to get around. Mind you, they got some of the craziest friggin' roads, like Regent Street's just cock. Holy, I hate Regent Street. But yeah, 30 more minutes. No idea what I'm gonna do for tonight. I know Fillion has a stream going. I might watch that. I don't know what the hell she's doing on it. Is she on Discord? Did she put it on Discord, what she's doing for her stream tonight? Do I even have Discord open? Apparently I don't. Oh man, it took me a while, but I finally figured out how to take Discord and put it into dark mode. I hated opening Discord because it was just like a freaking pure white screen. I was like, okay, yeah, that's too much. What are we doing on Friday? Wow, okay, so Twitch plays Uno with Cinder and Chibi. Oh, Chibi Doki is going to be on it. She's kind of funny. She burps a lot. It's pretty cool. Tomorrow night she's doing a You Laugh, You Lose. Filling my room with 2,000 ball pit balls. Okay, all right. But it's funny, like, she has her schedule, right? The week of March 24th to the 30th. Monday the 17th, Tuesday the 18th, Wednesday the 19th, Thursday the 20th, 24th to the 30th, and the dates are wrong on the picture. Oh my God. I shouldn't say anything. There's times when I don't even fill in the friggin' beginning part of my vlog with the right date, so I'm just as bad, I guess. I'm just as bad. Twitch plays Uno with Cinder and Chibi. I don't know. I mean, Twitch plays though. I'm wondering if that's where she gets her audience involved, because she did that for Monopoly, where us chatters could like type in commands as chat, and we could play Monopoly when it was our turn, like roll the dice or buy a property or something. But the problem was everybody was putting in different commands and the cursor was all over the place. But I don't know, I might check that out. I do want to play some more Rust tonight though. I like to get on the wipe, but sometimes her streams are just pretty scuff. It's pretty fun to watch. And it's funny, like I tried watching some of the VTubers she has on her show. Even Chibidoki is like the rest of them. They just use this like 2D model that mouth moves when they talk. And they just play video games, or they just sit there and be lewd, which is like, I don't care for that. The reason why I like Fillion so much is that she does it in VR, or this new tracking. She bought OptiTrack, it looks like, for her room. So she's a fully animated character. So she can do stuff like backflips, and it's not just a PNG on the screen with a mouth moving when they talk. But like Chibidoki's pretty good too, because like she's not lewd, but she's not afraid to be like me, like crass, you know? Like she'll fart and burp on stream, and I fart and burp in my vlog. So I'm like, that's pretty good. But then you get the ones that are like just being lewd and advertising their OnlyFans pages and their Fansly pages, and I'm just like, oh my God, just farming friggin' viewers for cash. So I don't really care to watch those ones, but I will watch, I'll watch Fillion, because she's kind of funny. It's a good time. Check it out sometime on Twitch if you want. You don't have to. Maybe VTubers aren't your thing. I didn't even know what a VTuber was until I found this friggin' channel. I was just looking for shit on VR, like for VR chat, and I came across her channel. So I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, I'm just waiting for this shift to end. I might have a nap. That sounds like a good idea. Just had like 3 phone calls from Dad, or as you guys call him, Vlogging Dad. He's my uncle's gone to an old age home there, and he wanted a TV for his room, so he basically sent my parents on a quest to Walmart to pick up a TV and Bluetooth headphones, because he's sharing a room with another guy. So Dad has Samsung. He knows Samsung's good, bought a Samsung TV. Turns out buddy in the room with my uncle also has a Samsung TV, so my uncle goes to do stuff with his TV, like turn up the volume, turn off the TV and stuff. It also affects the other Samsung in the room. So Dad's like, is there a solution for this? I'm like, yeah, return it and get something else. That's not Samsung. Like, that's the only solution I can think of, because there's no way to reprogram the IR receiver on the television. That's just how they work. But the other problem is we have a cable company in town called Kojiko, and the old age home has a deal with Kojiko where they just pay a flat rate, and they can just install as many boxes as they need per room. But the problem is every time my uncle changes the channel in his Kojiko cable box, his roommate's cable box also sees the infrared signal and changes it. There's nothing we can do about that. So Dad was trying to come up with a solution, and it's like, there's no real solution. He's like, yeah, we're talking to the technician at we're talking to the technician at the old age home, and they literally said they've been having this problem and they're not sure what to do about it. And the only solution I can think of is like a curtain going between the 2 beds that is always up and segregates them off, like a soft wall, if you will. That would prevent the signal from getting through from one end to the other. That's unfortunately the way IR works, and you know, the technician can't figure out a solution, and because it'd be hard to figure out a solution without completely redoing the rooms and stuff. I don't know. But not my pig, not my farm. Like I told Dad, I said, well, for the TV problem, you bring it back, get an LG, get a TCL, get a RCA, get a freaking Hisense, get something that is not Samsung, and you'll probably have better success. But as far as the cable box goes, that could be a Kojiko problem. Maybe they have a solution. That's something that they would have to do at the retirement center to come up with, because that's, once again, not your issue. So yeah, fun times. So working with Dad through that, and we're chatting about things and stuff and junk, and it's still snowing outside. My truck covered in snow. Well, not really, but at least it's got a full tank of gas. That makes me happy. So for now, I'm just sitting here watching the fill-in stream. She's doing her typical stuff. She's using her OptiTrack today. You can tell because the face actually has expression. When she uses her VR headset, her face doesn't have that much expression. So it's pretty funny because before she got in with Chibidoki and Cinder, she was like, I'm just gonna have a quick bite to eat. And she's eating a burrito, and you just see this hand come up and go, home, home. And you can watch her, like it was actually the face tracking was like, you could see her cheeks chewing, and it's just like, oh my God, that is way too realistic. Oh man, watching an anime cartoon girl friggin' eat a burrito. Like, yeah, pretty crazy stuff. I can't even imagine. I looked up the OptiTrack when she first mentioned it because she went to Japan and used it there. I looked up the technology for home use. You're looking at a $12,000 setup for all the cameras because you get 8 cameras in the room, one in each corner, and one north, south, east, west. And then you got to get the suit, which is literally covered in markers so that the cameras can pick them up and pick up your movement. And then they all pick it up, send the reference signal to a processor, which then converts that there to motion tracking, which then you incorporate into a 3D model, and you can do some pretty cool stuff. Now, we've done something similar to that using the old Microsoft Kinect camera because it kind of sort of does the same. You can go to like Dollarama, buy those little styrofoam or those little puffs, those little, what do you call them, pom-poms, I guess? Little white pieces of cotton balls, and you can stick them on like a wetsuit or something, or if you have like long johns, like a full bodysuit long johns, if you get it in black, get long johns in black, and that's what we did. And then you put those white balls all over it, and the Kinect will detect the white balls and motion track them. But when we did this, our computer sucked, and it took forever to post-process the motion tracked results to an overlay to a 3D skin. Nowadays, with the technology we have now with these high-end processors and graphics cards and all the AI post-processing capabilities, I'm sure we could pull it off in record time. But back then, when you're using a Core 2 Duo at 2 gigahertz, which was like amazing at the time, it really stressed the system out. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be my night. I'm probably gonna jump on some rest at around 8 o'clock. I'll do some recording for the channel and then go from there. As for me, I'm calling it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Tomorrow, guys, I am going to take down that closet door downstairs. We're going to see if we can do something with it. Hopefully we can. If not, I'm going to scrap the idea and just keep my eyes open for something that'll fit that doorway. It is an old door. It is kind of dilapidated. I'm pretty sure it's due to the house shifting. It caused it to break, or maybe the cat did smash through it. Who knows? She's pretty nuts. Anyway, tomorrow we'll deal with that. We'll see if we can fix it. If we can't, we can't. If we can, cool. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, guys, live it to win it. Peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.